Hello guys and welcome back to another video on the channel. It is yours truly, jogarmd, where I do bring you the latest news transfers and even news just surrounding the club Real Madrid. And before I do jump into this video, guys, if you guys can give this a thumbs up, subscribe, and even comment down in the comment section down below, giving me some feedback of what I can do to improve, I would appreciate it very much because I do want to continue getting better at creating all this content. But guys, let's jump straight into it because this video is packed with a lot compared to what we had yesterday, right? But first and foremost, I do want to say that we do have now 54, well, actually make it 53 depending where you guys are located in the world, but we have about 54 to 53 days till Real Madrid are back in action. So that is great news because, to be quite honest, I am really excited for what's to come, especially with the new signing of Kylian Mbappe, right? But now jumping into the news. But first, I'm going to speak on Leny Yoro and Alphonso Davies because first and foremost, it is said right now by Diario that Leny Yoro and Alphonso Davies are two players whose contracts expire in 2025. But if they want to sign for Real Madrid this summer, it will have to be under economic conditions set by Real Madrid. There will be no bidding wars for the player who will be free in a year's time. So it makes complete sense, right? We don't need to overpay for players that really are going to expire with their contracts right in 2025. And this is just a very bold move because it's already been heavily rumored, right, that the club have been telling these players that if you guys want to play for this club, Real Madrid, you guys have to reject any offers that are coming towards your left or towards your right. So that is great on that front. But since we did talk about Leny Yoro and Alphonso Davies, I do want to emphasize on these players a little bit more. But I will start with Leny Yoro because first and foremost, this was reported by not only Matt Moreto but also by Caught Offside, where they said that Leny Yoro continues to prioritize Real Madrid despite interest from multiple Premier League clubs who are willing to spend more money, and this includes also PSG. But let me add this, guys, because on L'Equipe's side, they are also saying that Lille's plan was to first drive up the price for Leny Yoro with big European clubs that are all currently interested, but the expected 40 million euros from his sale is expected to not be reached. So there is a lot of questions on that front. And just to add a little bit more from L'Equipe, Leny Yoro's preferred club actually seems to be Real Madrid. Manchester United, who I mentioned in yesterday's video, they have not given up on him, and he's still at the top of the list, also including PSG. So it seems so far that the player is starting to actually reject all these offers coming his way, right? So this is good stuff. I'm really hoping that he does sign. I'm honestly not sure if we are going to get him this summer. It looks more like he is going to be a next summer signing in the year of 2025. But also going from one player of Leny Yoro, we go on to another of Alphonso Davies. Because also, this was reported by Mario Cartegana, and he has this to say that Bayern Munich have moved closer to renewing Alphonso Davies, but Real Madrid revived their interest in him after the CL final, the Champions League final. So you know what, guys? There's been a lot of contradicting news because some are saying that Alphonso Davies is actually moving a little bit more towards Bayern, renewing with them and staying with them. I'm not sure if this is true, but it's starting to seem that there are offers no matter what from both parties, from Bayern Munich and Real Madrid, and it's coming to the point where now it comes to the player's decision. So what is he going to decide? I'm not sure, but from what it seems from a bunch of news outlets, it looks like he's leaning towards Bayern Munich. So moving on, guys, to a different topic, to a different player, we do have to talk about Florian Wirtz because he is actually a transfer that, or a target transfer that we are very interested in. And it's also been reported by a German source called Bild that Real Madrid are actually leading the race to sign Florian Wirtz in 2025. They are even willing to pay 150 million for him. So this is good stuff. I wouldn't say pay 150 million. If you can obviously lowbar that or get him on a free, completely good. But it is starting to show that he is starting to really favor this move because both parties have been talking 100%. When will this really be finalized? Probably in the year of 2025. That's some good news on that front. And guys, when it does come to also Brahim Diaz, I do want to add this was also reported by Relevo. They said this about Brahim Diaz, that he has no injuries last season. He was called up 55 times along with Valverde, Lunin, and Fran Garcia. He also had 12 goals and 9 assists. With Mbappe coming, he plans to stay, to remain patient, and earn his minutes. He is happy with the bench role. And to be quite honest, guys, this is actually unexpected because Brahim Diaz has actually been growing, especially a lot under us in this season. And he's been scoring, he's been assisting, and all that juicy stuff, right? And I wasn't expecting him to be comfortable with that bench role. I would have felt like he would have, wanted to earn more minutes. And that seems not to be like the case, right? And it ties back to what I said earlier about how the club do not want to sell or get rid of some of their attackers. And it just makes perfect sense. I think Diaz knows that with 7 competitions that we're going to be competing in, well, he's going to get some playing time for sure. For sure. And this is honestly perfect. Like, if he accepts that role, he already provides good quality. Why not keep him on? Why not take advantage of that, right? And he will definitely show up for these competitions. So I see nothing wrong with this if he accepts this role. And now, guys, as we do move on to the next news, said by Relevo that Real Madrid also, when it comes to that attacking front, right? They do not want to get rid of any of those attackers in our team. So that is good to see that they believe in the attackers. They don't want to take away from what it has. But now moving on to the last news in terms of the transfers. It comes David Ancelotti. This is Ancelotti's son, who has also been talked about by Relevo, and they are saying that he has been approached not only by Stade de Reims, but also by Leicester City. But he has given them the same response. He wants to stay at Real Madrid at least until 2025. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago, that he was very close to at least joining Stade de Reims. And after the Champions League final, I believe, it was where Ancelotti shut down those rumors. He literally said that as long as he manages, David Ancelotti will be coaching under me and no other club he will be going to, basically, which is immense news. So we are for sure going to be seeing him for the following years, whichever those years are with that we have now with Ancelotti, right? And then, guys, I do want to put a little cherry on top on this one because Lionel Messi did have an interview with Pollo Alvarez. And I know some of you are going to be like, well, what does Lionel Messi have to do? Well, he did talk about Real Madrid. He actually admitted that Real Madrid are the best team in the world. In fact, he had this quote to say, Real Madrid is the best team in the world. They have won the Champions League. If you go by results, Real Madrid is the best. If you go by the level of the game, I think Manchester City are the better team. So that was all, guys. It's nice to see that Lionel Messi has actually given us our flowers. I do think we are the best team, both whether it be how we play or how we just get the results. I think we are that team for sure. So what do you guys think of this video? Did you guys enjoy it? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Continue to keep supporting the channel. Feel free to subscribe as said and as usual. And as always, guys, Hala Madrid y nada más.